Alrighty, what's going on? Ooh. Okay. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, so I just, it's like midnight. I just finished, getting home from the, San Jose, Regional Qualifier. It was 9 rounds. There were 494 people, 9 rounds of Swiss. I ended up only playing 8 rounds because by the time it was 9 rounds, I was just like, oh, I need to go home. Because it would be like, it was a 30-minute drive back to where I had to drop off one of the people I went with, and then another hour drive back to get home. So couldn't stay the whole time. I don't think I would have made top 48 because I think you had to go X2. I think you had to go X2 to stay in the top 48 to get an invite. But yeah, I ended up playing 8 rounds. I went 5-3. My only losses were to it was a Machina deck, which is weird because I just didn't know what it did, so Rogue deck caught me. It happens. What was the other one? A Dinosaur deck, and the last one was Despia, like Despia Adventure, but I should have won that one. I just didn't activate Masquerade to clear his board at the end of the turn. Silly me. I lost that game because I didn't declare an effect. Because Masquerade Dragon's the only one we have to activate it when it's sent. Not Masquerade Dragon. What is it called? Mirror Jade. Like Albion activates an end phase. This guy does not activate an end phase. Activates when it gets sent. So, anyways, let's go into the deck. I played, surprise, I played Tri-Brigade. Always play Tri-Brigade. It's what I'm comfortable with. I can play it all day, every day, any tournament. Oh, kept the dog in. The dog actually super useful, and I'll go into a little bit later why. 3, pretty much 3 of everything, but 2 Karas, and then the dog and kits. So 3 Karas is a little bricky, I feel like. Sometimes honestly, if you're good at resource management, you don't need the 3rd Karas. I, on the other hand, am terrible at resource management, so I take the dog because it always puts itself back. So it's always something you have for Rescue Cat. It's always there if you just need, if you need it's also light, so you could actually summon Albion with it. So I actually end up going Fallen of Albaz plus Albion with Branded Fusion, and then I made Mirror Jade off of that. So yeah, I think it's one of the only other light cards, and there's only a few light cards in the deck. But yeah, Maron is one of the best ones to use because you don't want to get rid of your hand traps sometimes, because if you're going to draw later, you want to draw into hand traps. But yeah. So this is the Tri-Brigade lineup. I did play with the Branded stuff. It worked out pretty well. I just wish I had more practice with it going into the regional. I had only played like a couple rounds like with my brother, like playtesting it a little bit, and then I went to 1 locals with it. That was only 3 rounds. So I really didn't have too much practice with it, but towards the end, I was getting really comfortable with the deck. So that's the lineup. And I don't know, the dog's like a fan favorite. Like whenever I whenever, whenever I summoned off a rescue cat, everybody was like, "What is that dog?" It's just, but it's a good card. Yeah, people love this card because no one ever expected it. Let's see. Yeah, playing the Albaz stuff, kept the polymerization. Polymerization is actually pretty good. It helped me break boards for game or to win matches a couple times. Just because what's it called? Guardian Chimera is so strong. You can also use it to hard make some. If you really get into a bind, it's like and your Anaconda stays alive. It's a second branded fusion. Yeah, it's just good. Branded Sword, this just adds back the Mercurier after you banish it. And then Albion just keeps letting you, it's basically almost like a fair G, just draw. But yeah, puts resources in hand, lets you draw. It's pretty good. Let's see, after playing in the regional, would I go back to DPE? Probably, it's up to you. I would say they're almost identical. If you don't want to play like the fusion stuff and you want to play like other cool techs, you go for it. Play DPE, you have a little bit more space in your extra deck. But I do like what this adds to the deck because it gives you a lot of follow-up through Mirror Jade and the Brigand. For traps, I think I played 3 Imperm. I think that's different from my last list, and then 1 Revolt. I just try to cut down a lot of the just like bricky cards, cards you can't play. So I think before I was running 2 Branded Fusion, 2 Revolt. It's just a lot of cards that you draw going second, and you just feel so bad because they're just dead cards in your hand. But yeah, so I play 1 Revolt. You're just gonna search it. But if you hard open it, it's whatever. You don't really need 2 Revolts. Because I'm only playing 2 Sure Eggs, so yeah. Spells, the cross out plus the call by. Would I play 3 cross out? Possibly. And then the call by, it's just good. And then Foolish Burial and Tenki as extra starters. I think I saw Foolish Burial once. In all 8 rounds, I saw it once. It would have been nice to draw more, but yeah, you could send Mercurier if you just need a different way to send it. But yeah, Foolish Burial, pretty good card. And then going into the extra deck, start with the fusions. Guardian Chimera, kept it in. Performed really well. Won me multiple matches. Albion, I went into it once. Yeah. When it came up, it was really good. Because I would have just ended on nothing. And then the Brigand and the Mirror Jade for the banish, and then the follow-up. Yeah, I don't think I would play 2 Brigand. You really don't need to. You're not really going to resolve Mirror Jade more than once in a turn because, what's it called? You don't really have a way to bring it back after you, after it's destroyed. So, yeah, you just use it to get the Brigand. I think if I were to make a change, just to, like, cut down, if I wanted to cut down on breakiness, play some, like, other techs, maybe switch the Guardian Chimera out, or, I don't know. I also want to, like, theory craft, like, a way to end on Branded in red so that you could play Guardian Chimera on your opponent's turn. I think that'd be nutty if you had Mirror Jade, Chimera, and Shurig on their turn. Whew, that would kill. And then going into the Tri-Brigade links, 2 Farrajeet, 1 Rampager, 2 Shurig, and then the 1 Rugal. pretty standard. Rugal is just to make the access code. Sometimes you make like Shureg Rugal when you're grinding, but yeah, the same theory. If you want to play 3 Shureg, cut the Chimera, play the 3rd Shureg. Do what you want. I didn't miss having 3 Shuregs at all. With the now that you have Mirror Jade in your final M board, sometimes you could even hold the Revolt. Like you don't always have to use it on your opponent's turn. You could like Revolt, summon the like Rugal or something. I don't know. But there was times where I was like, I just didn't need to Revolt, but I would still Revolt just because. And then other links, Almirage, super great. Very good. The quick effect to protect from destruction, very good against like Chimera, just anything where you need to protect your monsters. And then Anaconda to fusion summon. Play it before it gets banned, you know. Double Dragon Lords, pretty good. Yeah, it's alright. If you can make it, if your combo allows you to make it, just having the extra interruption on your opponent's turn is really good. It also outs Floodgates. Yeah, so it took care of like Rivalry for me a couple times. But yeah, and then I also got Topologic Trisbeta. This card is pretty good. Yeah, not much to say about it. It's just a good card. I played this over Doom Eagle because I thought I would run into Eldritch and then I would need like a board wipe or a back row wipe that just banishes everything. And I thought this would be a good tech. Ended up not seeing Eldritch or... Sorry, I just sneezed. Bless me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I ended up not seeing too many back row decks. I think the one time I did summon it, I just summoned it and then my opponent just threw out all their back row at me because apparently like none of it was like actual traps. It was just like stuff that let them summon stuff. But yeah, it was all right. And then access code, made it a couple times. This isn't all. What I found was it wasn't my killer card. Like, what is that? It was like, yeah, it wasn't like the be all end all finisher. I see why OCG lists don't play access code. I almost wanted to have like I don't know, something, maybe the Doom Eagle, I don't know. But I don't know, it came up a couple times, but I feel like I could have gotten game somewhere else. Maybe, honestly, if you don't have access code, just play a 3rd Shureg. You're gonna kill them with Mirror Jade Shureg on their turn anyways. Let's see. So that is the main deck. For the extra deck, against the back row, Duster, Cyclones, Reboot, Hard going second, play Dark Rulers. I don't have Droplets, so I didn't play Droplets. And then Token Collectors for the Soul matchup. And Lancia. Extra Lancia just against the Flunder. And then the... Actually, I didn't even go through my hand traps for this event. Lancia against the Flunders. And then I played Double Mistake for the heavy adding decks. Theory behind this is if you're with the Tri-Brigade cards, you can just get a lot of advantage off of like the stuff that you summon off of Brigand plus what you would add off of Revolt, that you wouldn't need to add more cards to your hand. You could just sit on a Mistake, and then while they're drolled, you could just keep banishing stuff and then summoning monsters and then just beating over them and outgrinding them. And then Dimensional Barrier, Really good against any decks that you can use for Dimensional Barrier. So yeah, just good right now. Fusions are super popular, and a lot of more pendulum-y decks. Yeah, so let's go into the hand traps I played. I played 2 of the Ghost Girls, so 2 Ash, 2 Ogre, and then 2 Bell. I think I played the exact same hand trap lineup as before. But yeah, this worked out perfectly. I'm trying to think if I would want more of any of the hand traps. Maybe Bell. It came in when I needed it. I really needed it. And when I had it, it was pretty good. Ogre, I was expecting to see more Brave Engine stuff. So Ogre came out of the main deck a lot for side deck cards. But yeah. And then, yeah, I just didn't see a lot of adventure stuff. I was surprised. And then one of's DD Crow, you can search it. Alpha is good going. It's just a good hard going second card that if you draw it, it's not super bad. Because you could go like Alpha, bounce something, put it back in your hand, and now you can use it to summon your Keras. Nibiru is a good light monster. Lancia is pretty good. But yeah, so yeah, just a good lineup. I think I played 14 total hand traps, including the imperms minus the alpha. I think that's 14. Yeah, I saw enough hand traps as to where I wouldn't change the ratio. But yeah, you can play around with the hand traps, play whatever you want. It's pretty flexible main deck. So let's see matchups. I went 5-3. I lost to Adventure Despia. I lost to, what are they called? Dinosaurs and Machina. I beat I beat Fur Hire. I beat Fur Hires, DDDs. What are the others? The third was DDD, Fur Hire. Oh man, I'm blanking. What were the other matchups? I wrote them all down. I don't have that note anymore. DDD, Fur Hire, ABC. It was an ABC pile deck, and what was the last deck? Oh, Sword Soul Tenyi. Yeah, is that 5? Sword Soul Tenyi, ABC pile, DDDs, Fur Hire, and then man, 5. Sword Soul Tenyi. Is that 5? Oh yeah, because I had a buy round. Yeah, that's 5. Yeah. And then I had 1 buy round because some guy dropped, and then I couldn't play. So yeah, just pretty good. Yet again, any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. I try to respond to every comment, and let me know what you guys think about the new Brave Engine stuff. Alright, and peace out.